It automatically focuses. Today is, there's an index that shows up. Today is the 8th day of November, 1988. If I look closely, I can see the recording light below. It won't go outside of a window and focus because the infrared bounces off the window and the automatic focus feature therefore does not work correctly. Now we are looking at the TV set, and we're looking at the VCR, and there is a picture of Tilly's sister Jackie, and on the wall over here you'll see a picture of my mother and dad and my grandmother and granddad McDaniel, plus the clock. Now I will stop and review this. Before I do that, I will show the difference in telescopic. I will mash the telescopic now. Then I will mash the wide angle. Therefore everything was already on telescopic, wasn't it? Now here's the telescopic again. And here's the wide angle again. Now we'll stop this thing and review it. Picture of Tilly's closet, my closet, and some grandchild on the wall that I forget his name. Oh yeah, Derek. And Tilly's picture and Denise's picture when she was younger, and one of Joy. And let's put the telescopic on again, see if we can get closer. This is grandmother and granddad, my mother and father. That one you can't tell, the glare's too bad. And this is Denise when she was young, Joy when she was young, and Denise again, and beautiful Tilly when she was just married to me. And there is the champion, known as the grandchild, Derek. We'll put the wide angle lens back on now. There he is. We'll look at this again. Testing this unit out, I am now going to walk through the house to see how well it records. And I will test well, there's me in the mirror. Now, isn't that nice? Well, let's see. I'll put it on telescopic. Oh, there I am. Got me. Caught me in the act. And here's wide angle again. Looks like I need to lose a little weight, doesn't it? Let's see if I can pull my pants up and make it look better. Yeah, that's better. And Tilly's new desk, which she's very proud of, which has family pictures on it. Things that Tilly is very proud of. Now I'm going to adjust my focus here so I can see this better. Well, again, another gallery of pictures. This house is known for its pictures. Another gallery of pictures on the wall. Joy. And Denise. This seems to do a very good job. And now we'll go through some of the rest of the house. Of course, I think it would be good if I could learn how to walk straight. Beautiful table. Those place settings were just bought last Saturday in Amarillo, and it indeed is a beautiful table, but Tilly plans to refinish it. One of these days we'll do that. Some more galleries on the wall. Focus on another clock. Another grandbaby. Oop, oh, same one. And let's see, which grandbaby is that? Oh, same one again. What's he doing? He's playing baseball. That's what he's doing. He just got out of the crib, and he's already playing baseball. Well, that's what happens. Oh yes, and this is the famous McDaniel crest. Even has the word McDaniel on the top. You can focus in on that, see? It has the family tartan and the family crest. Interesting. This is the living room. Ooh, another gallery. Wonder who that is. Oh yes. Same little fella 3 times in one shot. And who is that? Oh, there he is again. And let's see. Oh, Denise and Barry Finley. Of course, we know who Denise is, and we know who Barry is. And there's Denise again in her wedding photograph. I remember when that was taken. And who do we have here? We have little Derek. We have him again. Sure do. And he is learning to play golf. Of course, here's another thing that his mother and grandmother hopes he learns: to play the piano. We hope to have this piano well tuned when they come to visit us, Lord willing, in January of 1989. There's Tilly's beautiful wreath on the wall she's very proud of. Pretty soon she's going to turn this into another doodad house. Bookcase, various things to watch. It's very interesting. Oh yes, and that's my famous painting of Johnny Vandermeer. Pitched 2 no-hitters in a row. The only starting pitcher to ever do that. The only pitcher to ever do that in the major leagues. We bought this more than 10 years ago. One thing I'll have to learn with this camera is to keep my shoulder straight so that it will frame correctly, but I think I can get the feel of it after a while. Boy, it looks like a good fastball coming right for you, doesn't it? I do not think the hitter's going to hit this one. There's the scoreboard saying it's the 9th inning, and no hits have been recorded by the Dodgers. Johnny Vandermeer pitched for the Cincinnati Reds. And here are 2 baseballs that he signed for me more than 10 years ago. Johnny Vandermeer is dead now. But he signed these 2 baseballs for me during an Old Timers game in Cincinnati that I was privileged to attend, until he attended with me. but the game got rained out. That's the way it goes in baseball. Some you win, some you lose, and some get rained out. We'll stop for a moment. Down the hall, and I'm taking a big risk in doing this because we know that Paul and Vanessa's room will not be made up. So I'll just try to stay on the walls rather than on the floor. And you'll understand that. We'll go back to wide angle. Paula, of course, has her room very well decorated. Matter of fact, in her room you can't see the walls for the pictures. All the pictures that Paula loves. Tags. Didn't know she had those. Guess I better not investigate this room too much. And yes, her favorite character. He says, "Style is my middle name." And I believe his name is Garfield, the cat. And I don't know what in the world that is. Oh, it's a kite. And I believe there's Garfield again. Let me get over here so the reflection will be correct. There's Garfield, the weekend warrior. Reminds you of Paula a little bit, doesn't it? Paula really thinks weekends belong to her, especially since she's become 18 years old. Oop, there I am again. Paula has paintings, pictures. We can focus in on some of these pictures. Friends of hers. Oh, Paula and Vanessa years ago. Oh yes, Wellington must have just scored. Oh, they must have scored again. Of course, some of these could be tomball, I'm not sure. And look at the focus there. Paula and Denise. Let's go back to the other side. Speed limit. Here we go. Garfield. Garfield again. This is one of the best ones. It says, "Practical jokes are wasted on the stupid." And we all know that's probably true. Paula's net. I believe that's the net we're going to use to carry her way in one of these days, but I'm not sure. Kermit the Frog? Could be. So let's see if we can go in Vanessa's room and see what happens now. We're about to enter Vanessa's room. 1986 Houston Astros. Oh yes, that was a good year. Vanessa has things on the wall. I don't dare show the floor of the bed. And those are the famous Beatles. I don't know how Vanessa got to like the Beatles, but she also likes Fred Astaire. How do you figure that out? Hard to figure. I believe this is Vanessa's motto here. It's because we're so different from each other that we have so much to share. Oh yes, paintings on the wall. Oh, I believe she just received this one Saturday. There's one she'll never see. Coming August, coming September, and since this is past, this is in November, that's the reason they gave it to Vanessa, because it was outdated. Vanessa's closet, got to be careful here. Oh yes, Vanessa also likes Charlie Chaplin, also known as the Kid, years ago, and the silent pictures in the 1920s. And on the wall is a very colorful Astro pennant. It won the West Division 2 years while we were down there. And oh yes, here's the famous cat again. He likes himself. To know me is to love me. That's Vanessa's motto too. Here's James Dean, who was dead before Vanessa was ever born. I don't know how she could like him. Maybe she heard about him somehow. Another one of Vanessa's mottos, born to party. Yes, I do believe so. Let's try the kitchen. We'll make sure that we don't do any of the counters. This is Tilly's beautiful kitchen. Of course, we don't own this house. Tilly seems to be glad about that. But there's the stove, a gas stove that she's getting used to, and our microwave. We won't let you see too much of the counters. Pride and joy. Also known as a refrigerator, with a compartment, freezer compartment down below. This is called a French door refrigerator, and you can see why it would be called that. And on top of the refrigerator is a character. We've got characters all around this house, including some live ones. This is Mother Mouse, evidently. Must be Gus's aunt. Gus, you know, is the mouse that is at Granddad's house. The little Derek nose is Gus for disgusting. Bulletin board. Tilly's hobbies. Canning. Various hobbies. And in the other room is my office. And we know that's cluttered, so we won't take a picture of that except to look at the bookshelf. You'll notice there is a bookshelf in there. I'll focus in a little bit. Counting books, tax information and forms, office supplies. Very interesting place. There we're back in the bedroom again, looking at the bookshelf that I made. There I am, a few years ago. And here is another picture of who is that? Well, since it was made in the 1800s, it couldn't be Derek, could it? Maybe so. Could be him. Could be. It's a sweet picture, isn't it? 10 minutes later, we will test this and see how well I did on making this film. So we're going to run it through the VCR and see what happened. As you can see, we were at the Finley's house, Denise and Barry. It is November the 17th, 1988. And Denise and Barry have just gone to the hospital for some event which is about to occur. And that event, evidently, will happen today. And we'll have more on this tape about that. This is Von McDaniel, Denise's father, signing off for the moment.